Now this project is a little bit more lengthier than the little Jeep project. The little tractor trailer, and I've done a lot of different styles. This particular one here just sits in my shop, and I got a little truck that sits up on top here, just a little flatbed, and then obviously the tractor. So I'm going to show you how to build this. I'm going to add a couple of different things to this truck. I'm going to make this a log hauler. I've got my pattern for here. Again, this is just my own design. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the front bumper from the Jeep. So I'm going to add a few different things to it. This is something you probably wouldn't want the little ones to be playing with, because the toothpicks here act as the antennas on the truck. The stacks, they're glued in there pretty good, but this is more of a shelf display or an older child. So I'm going to show you how to build this today. This is kind of lengthy, as I said before, so I'm going to try to speed through most of the process. And after we get all done, we should have a log hauler. Again, I'm using a 2x3 for my trucks. And I'm going to take my pattern, my first pattern, the little toy Jeep, and I'm going to grab that bumper. I want that. So again, I like to try to do something different on these trucks each time. I'm going to do something a little different with the hood. I think what I'm going to do, I've done this a couple of times, is I'm going to start down here, and I'm going to kind of bring it up a little bit, something like this, just to give it a little bit of a slant to the hood. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll sand this down a little bit and kind of give it a nice little effect once it's all done, I'm hoping. Now we could stop right here, put the wheels on it, put the extended sleeper on and the visor, and call it quits. But if you want to kind of give this a little more detail, this is where things can go bad in a hurry. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut the front end, cut the cab, the sleeper. I'm going to cut this actually out of the truck and then glue it back on. I'll sand it down first, glue it back on. It just kind of gives it a little bit more of an effect of how the truck is laid out, I think anyways. What we have now is we've got the truck all cut out with all the parts. And what did I do with the hood here? Okay, so there's just some of the parts. We still need to cut out the top of the sleeper. Whoops, it's going to kind of go like that. And what will happen now is I'm going to sand all these edges. Okay, I'm going to sand all these edges, and that's going to kind of give it the look like this here. So again, this is a little bit more work. You don't have to do it like this. It's just something I like to do. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this hood and I'm going to actually put it on the belt sander, the little 6-inch sander that I used on the little Jeep, and I'm going to take a little bit off the top of that hood. I'm going to try to make that rounded off a little bit so it'll kind of look a little better than what it is now. I'm also going to take this off right here. I'm also going to put a little bit of an angle here on the bumper, a lot like we did on the Jeep in the last project. And I'm also going to put this like this here, kind of put this all back together. I need to put the extender for the sleeper, and what I'm going to use is the piece that I had cut off back at the beginning when I cut the truck out. I'm just going to take this, I'm going to turn it upside down, I'm going to place it on here, and that's going to do a couple things. It's going to give me my sleeper, the extension of my sleeper for the truck, and it's also going to give me a little visor. So I'm just going to cut this with a bandsaw, kind of come up like this, and hopefully it'll cut okay and come out just the way I want it. You're going to have to spend some time, hand sanding. You can't do it all on the machine. So, again, you probably noticed on this truck here, I had made the visor. And you just cut up a little piece of wood out for a visor. But on this truck, I chose to use the extended sleeper as my visor. Something a little bit different. So now we have to drill all the holes. Okay, we're ready to put this truck together. So we've kind of been through this already. Everything's all sanded, got the holes all drilled, pretty much ready to go. We're going to glue this all together, and I got the stacks ready to go, and I'm just going to sand those a little bit. All I did is just some small dowels, and I'll take a magic marker and I'll just kind of black the end of that a little bit, and I'll glue those in there. Got the wheels all ready to go. Got the headlights and the tail lights all ready to go. Now remember, I didn't show it in this video because I did it in the last video. Remember, I just made this little jig here, and I just took it and put it through the bandsaw to get the correct length for the headlights and the tail lights. So when I get to the antennas, they're just toothpicks. Okay, I just kind of sanded them down on either end, and that's going to be for the antennas. And the other things here, I'll put a link on here, I guess. These are just some little wooden parts, and this is a little barrel, and I'm going to sand this down, this one here, just like I did here. That will be glued on the side, and the same thing with the antenna mounts. These are representing the mirrors right here, and I'll put that on as well. And let's see here. So here's the truck. So there's the tanks, tail lights, there's the stacks. Like I say, put a little bit of permanent marker there, the antennas and so forth. So I'm going to throw this all together. Glued the fifth wheel on, and all I did on that, and I didn't show that in the video, is I just took a wheel and I sanded down the back end of it there just to kind of give it a little ramp, so to speak, and then I just drilled the center out so it would be the same size as the peg, so when we build the trailer it'll sit down inside there. That's basically all I did. Oh, and I replaced the two pegs that I had broken when I pounded them in. So I pulled those out and I put the 2 new ones in. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the fuel tanks. As I said before, all I did is I put these on the belt sander and sanded these down so we can glue these on the side of the truck, and they'll be our fuel tanks. So the truck is pretty much all dried now. One of the things I had forgotten to mention back at the beginning when I was measuring it, it's about 7.5 inches long. So I'm pretty much all done for today. I'm going to build the trailer separately. So I'm going to put this on and post this now. So come out pretty good. I'm real happy with it.